my informational speech. I am a United States Army engineer. I've been an engineer for 12 years now, and I truly enjoy doing what I do. However, I was going to be informative about what engineers do, the equipment we use, and what the engineers are today. The engineers are as old as the Army. Matter of fact, in 1775, they needed somebody to hold the bases and pretty much do all the stuff that the infantrymen wouldn't do or didn't do. So that's where the engineers came in at. Along the time that the Air Force was formed, they formed the Corps of Engineers, which is pretty much a civilian branch of engineers that pretty much every earthen levee you've seen driving around, most dams, this was the work of the Army Corps of Engineers. The Army Corps of Engineers are responsible for the levees at most lakes, rivers. It's just amazing the scope and scale of what the Army Engineer Corps does. But what I'm going to do is tell you that the Army Engineers are a two-part system. It used to be a two-part system. I'll get to why they're not a two-part system anymore. The Army Engineers used to have a horizontal side. We were the ones that used the equipment to pave roads and dig irrigation ditches and make flats for the helicopters to land and whatnot. Then you had the combat side. These were named 12 Bravos. Used to be named 12 Bravos. The reason they were named 12 Bravo is because 11 Bravo is infantry, 12 Bravo combat engineer. Combat engineer is one step above an infantryman because they utilize explosives in what they do. They're very good at making bases, fortifying positions, setting up base camps and whatnot. This is what engineers do. The two sides of engineers come for the equipment, and some of the equipment that we're going to talk about this is one of them. This is a 5-yard loader. 5-yard loader because it holds 5 yards of dirt in a bucket. It can also make ground somewhat smooth, backhoe operations and whatnot. Especially used for making hasty barriers, anywhere from 2 feet tall to over 8 feet tall. This is the name of scoop loader. This is one of my hands down favorites. This is a 78-ton beast of moving dirt. Just like the scoop loader can move 5 cubic yards, this can move 21.4 cubic yards of dirt with ease. When you say 21 cubic yards of dirt, you have to think about a yard of dirt that's 2 inches deep with the blade. So that's a lot of dirt that you're using. This is the bread and butter of any heavy operation consisting of moving something, such as breaching. However, she has one serious flaw. See those tracks? They're just too thin for real operations. Any amount of mud and they'll sink right down, and you'll have just a bigger mess on your hands trying to get them out. Matter of fact, it takes 2 tank pullers, 2 tank retrieval vehicles to pull this one vehicle out when she gets stuck. This particular inbred piece of machine, the only thing I can call it, is a Hemi, highly mobile engineer equipment. It's used for lifting, loading, digging, trenching. The bucket can hold 14 cubic feet of dirt. Also has many attachments. One of the attachments is an auger for digging holes. Another was chainsaws. It has attachments for busting concrete up. It has attachments for oiling other vehicles. This is a very, 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 very mobile vehicle. It's almost like a shop in itself. It comes with everything that it could possibly want and need inside the bucket. You drop that stuff that's inside the bucket, do your operations, pick that back up, go store all the equipment. It weighs 15 tons, can do 60 miles an hour, has a 1.5 foot ground clearance. Yeah, 1.5 feet off the ground, so it's a very mobile vehicle over rough terrain. It can also has hydraulics in it to where you can lower it down or lift it back up. It's pretty good. Now to the other side of the engineer house, that changed. What I mean by change is that change came in 2003 when there were a lot of roadside bombs. These roadside bombs, we needed people to go out there and look for these roadside bombs. Thus, the combat engineer changed to a combat bomb hunter, more or less. And this is what we started with. We started looking for bombs in these Humvees. Weighs 2.5 tons, it's 15 foot long. It's $140,000 piece of nothing. We own 281,000 of these. The problem with this is that low armor, very low armor, cause a lot of catastrophic failures in these vehicles when bombs hit. And when I say catastrophic failures, I mean the size of the failures that were more or less life-ending. This is the top of a Humvee. That's all that's left. The bombs hit it, and this is just the remainder of it. This is another one. The armor saved everybody inside. However, you can see the entire front of it is blown completely off. So we had to find something heavier, better, stronger. They found this for us. This particular vehicle is called a Buffalo. Weighs 28 tons. It's 27 feet long, 8.5 feet wide, and it's 13 feet high. 6-man crew. Have a driver, a TC that controls the arm, and 4 passengers. 3 passengers and 1 medic, I should say. And the medic is more. I mean, the medics are like EMTs. They know everything they need to know about getting you right. The top speed is 65 miles an hour. It has a 300-mile range on an 85-gallon tank. Yes, that's right, I said 85 gallons. If you can afford 85 gallons today in diesel, you are rich. This vehicle looks for IEDs, VIP transport, but we mostly use this for IED looking. This vehicle also maintains a get back on the road and turn around of less than 6 days. You could lose all tires and the engine be messed up, blown up. 6 days, you have your vehicle back and it's back on the road. Problem with the Buffalo is they became huge targets, and they were more expensive than everything else. So they got something like this to ride along with that. This is a Cougar. This Cougar, 6-wheel vehicle, can host 8 passengers. Also has some attachments have cranes, not cranes. I'm sorry. Have cranes for their cameras so they can see long distances or whatnot. And it's a pretty good vehicle. The Army came up with a lot of them. They actually had them, they had them bomb tested. That's one going through a blast right now of about maybe 1 anti-tank mine, if that. However, we already know if there's a will, there's a way. The insurgents can defeat these. They have defeated them in the past, as you can see. This one got blown up pretty good. So they had to come up with something else that was quick, could get in and out, and do its job. This is what they came up with. This is their MRAP that is highly mobile. It has a 4-man crew, a hydraulic door, so if a blast goes off, it's already sealed. You won't have that concussion wave coming inside your vehicle. It's 15 tons, 21 feet long, 8.5 feet wide, and 10 feet high. It's pretty high. 37-man crew, 14-inch ground clearance. It's 1 foot 2 inches of ground clearance. Carry 5 tons with it. So it's not a carry dog, but it can carry a lot of weight. Purchased about 9,000 of these. These got on the scene between 2007 and 2011. Like I said, the bigger our equipment, the better our equipment. The bigger and better their bombs come. Yes, he's standing in the crater of 1 bomb. 1 bomb. And there are casualties. This car was hit by a roadside bomb. As you can see, there is nothing left. I mean, it got hit in the center of it, and everything is just pretty much gone. But that is my speech. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening.